Hey guys, it's Vin here again. I'm just gonna show you the second part of this video. I might have another part after this, but alright, so this is gonna be a video on how to install these roof rack brackets that I got online. I'm gonna have a link in the description. It's a guy who he actually gets them custom made for us and sells them for 75 bucks for 4 of them. This is the only place you can find them from, or at least that I've found. I've been looking for a while. This is the one I got off of him. You can see the beefier size of it. And then this is the OEM. And you can obviously tell the thickness. This is just not very stable. And this is really thick stainless. I put, the RTV. So I'm going to show you guys how to remove these and install the new one. Alright. So first, what you're going to need is I went to Pep Boys and I got some ultra black maximum oil resistant RTV silicone gasket maker. Just make sure it says RTV silicone. It doesn't have to be black, but the one that the guy said works good, just basically it was a black RTV silicone. So this is the packaging. If you have any questions on that, just leave a comment. I'll get back to you. Here's the bracket. Again, you can just see the thickness of it. These bolts are included with it. What you're going to do basically when you're installing it is the bolts, go in each side, and then the nuts from the old bracket, they're going to actually go onto the bottom of these, which is inside your car. So alright, next you're going to need, I got a 3/8 with, this is a standard size, but I think it would be a 14. Right now this is a 9/16, but I don't have any metric at home right now with me for 3/8. They're all at my work. And then I got a 1/4 inch ratchet with a 10 on it. And then you're going to possibly need a flathead, Phillips head, and Allen keys. I'm not sure exactly what size this is either, but it's basically for this bolt, so whatever fits on there, I'm pretty sure you'll probably have it. So alright, anyway, so that's the tools you'll most likely need. Now I'm going to come in the car. I already have things stripped out because I don't want to have a 6-hour long video, so I'm just going to go ahead and show you. First things first, you're gonna take this off. So the way to do that is you're gonna have this clear cover on it, right? And there's slots where you can put a flathead. Let's see if I can focus. There's slots where you can put a flathead and pry this out. Once this clear thing's off, all right, this is gonna be sitting up there like that. All right, there's a bolt here. It should be a Phillips head right here. And right here, right where my pinky's at. Alright, so once you take those out, it should just kind of hang down. You can unplug it, but I would just recommend leaving it there. It's not going to get in the way. Alright, next, I'm just going to start taking that things out of my car, what I pulled out. This rubber molding that goes around your sunroof, you're going to just pull that out. It kind of just attaches your roof, your headliner to like your metal roof, so you're gonna need to get that off so you can lower this. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that up there. Alright. Okay, next you're gonna pull off your A-pillar plastic right here. I just popped it off. All it is these clips, so you can kind of get a hold of it and just kind of pop it out section by section. Start at the top and work your way down. Just be careful, you don't want to break the clips, all right. And then next, what I removed, let's get in here. All right, next what I removed is I call them your oh shit handles up here, one on each side. Remove them. The way to do that is let's see, I'll show you. Okay, so you're gonna have, okay, so you're gonna have the handle it's gonna look like this. All right, like that. And you're actually on the back. Here, hold this camera for me. Just so we can get an idea. So you're gonna have, you don't have to get super close. So you're gonna have this plastic, and on the back side of these plastics, it's kind of hard to show you. There's clips right here on each side. You just get a flathead and get behind it, and then you can, you know, kind of pop it off, and then just slide it, like slide it away. So then you expose the hole where there's a Phillips head screw right there, which is this screw right here. All right, one on each side. Again, be careful with that. Try not to scrape your headliner. All right, here, get back. Next thing you're gonna do is kind of pop this plastic off up here. You getting that good? All right. Start on one side, pop that side off, and then push the whole piece towards the back to free the back piece. You know, be really careful with that. These are flimsy. I didn't break anything, luckily. I don't know if they're easy to break or not, but you know, just always be careful. What that's gonna do is allow you to get your seatbelt. There's this bolt right here. That's what I use that 3/8 9/16 for. I think also that's a 14. Here, back up. And then so you just unscrew that. You're just gonna lay that in the back on the back rug on the floor. And then there's gonna be another plastic right down here, all down here. What I did for that is I started in the front and I peeled it all off right here again, and then I pushed it like kind of back to release the rear part of it. All right, now I just put that in my back seat. All right, get out real quick. Let me see the camera real quick. All right, and then the next piece I just popped loose was up here. All right, you'll see these white clips. There's one here and there's one further down there. There's one right here. I just popped it loose. I'm trying to do as much as I can without actually having to take everything out of the car again. So what I just basically did was took off what I had to make my roof liner or my headliner basically like this, so I can pull it down a little bit. Be careful because it will show you, if you bend it, like it will get creases in it like that if you do it too much, so you got to be real careful. But anyways, the objective is to be able to pull this down. All right, a lot of people remove their headliner, but I think that's just kind of too much work, and it's just kind of unnecessary. You don't need to. So all right, so getting to the last part of the removal is you're gonna have these pieces of metal here. Get in the other side of the door back there. All right, so you're gonna have these pieces of metal here. Just hold it like right there. Watch your finger. Move your finger. You got it? All right. They're gonna be up in here like this. They're gonna be stuck up in there. All right. Now they don't line up with these holes. They do not line up with them, so you can't get a 10mm socket and just go through these holes to take it out. All right. It's kind of actually shifted like this. So these holes where you would be able to stick the 10mm into to get the nuts off, it's actually a little bit to the left. All right, and it's up there. So what you really got to be careful of is when you're taking this off, you know, you got to pull this headliner down just enough to where you can slip a 10mm socket back there. I'll show you real quick. Stay right there. Make sure you're getting that good. So what I basically did was I came with the 10mm socket behind the headliner. All right, and all right, I'm just gonna show you now. Once you're behind that headliner, right, you're gonna work it into that hole, to this big hole right here. All right, or here. There's just two, and you have to fit it on the 10 and take the 10 off. All right, there's a 10 nut here and a 10 nut here. Now there's one for the back and there's another one for the front. All right, so you got to just be super careful. And when you take this off, don't lay it on your seats. I would say lay it on the floor, take it out of the car. These edges are really sharp. If you have leather, it'll rip right up. And you don't want to scratch any of that because that would fucking suck. So, all right, so bring it over here. There. Let's see, okay. So, now I'm going to show you guys how to remove this now that we have everything apart in the car. Alright, so I'm just going to try to show you. When you pull this down, you see those two nuts right there. Right? The one on the left and the one on the right. Those are the nuts that are attached to your OEM rack bracket or whatever. So you're going to pop those off. Those are 10 millimeters. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. Here, can you hold the camera? Alright, we're just going to pause it, I guess, and take these off, and then we'll be right back. Here. Alright guys, we're back. So these are the two nuts I took off. They're 10 mils. Be careful, like I said, when you're pulling this headliner down. You don't want to make it bend and crease, you know, you just kind of pull it down as far as you need and try not to bend it. Alright, so now what I would say is get your flathead, you get a towel, lay the towel out right here. Now there's black RTV that's already on this one. It's basically to waterproof it. What you're gonna do is lay this towel right here and then get the flathead like that, go up a little higher, and you know, just pry it up like so, like that. Alright, get both the sides out. Alright, and here you have it. So I'm going to show you a side by side. Here, bring it over here. Alright. Show you a side by side real quick of what they look like. Alright. I'll lay them down. Camera real quick. OEM. And this is the aftermarket one. Just so you can see, the thickness is a lot stronger. This one looks a lot stronger than this one. And these you see actually have their bolts already like inside. This you're gonna put those other bolts that we got with the package with these, which is these ones. All right. So next step is to clean your roof off. Now, to do that, I just basically we're gonna need this RTV. I just basically got a flathead screwdriver. I'm gonna show you real quick. You see that residue on both sides, right here. You just basically get a screwdriver. You could get gas. I mean, you could get whatever and wipe it off, but I just scraped it off. So I'm gonna go ahead, scrape this off. Don't worry about the paint right here because that's not ever going to be seen. It's going to be covered by your other bracket. It's going to be covered by this bracket, and on top of that, that whole weather strip, the whole weather strip's going to be, you know, on there. So don't worry about it. So I'm going to scrape this off, and we'll be right back. All right. So just real quick at that. See how it's a little scraped up? That's fine. You just got the screwdriver, scrape away. You want to make sure there's no silicone left on there. You want this to be a completely flat surface. Alright, so next, here, back up. You're going to get your new bracket. You're going to get this RTV. Alright, and you're going to go all around the edges of this. Alright, this is all to make it waterproof. Just going to go like that. Get that real nice and thick. You put on as much as you need, but I know, you know, that'll be good. You do it on both sides. Alright. And then what I did was I kind of just went around the center like this and did circles. Like that. And like right here. Alright. So what that's going to do is basically waterproof it. I'll come on this side. Alright. And then what you're going to do is take this and lay it down for a second. Now you're gonna take your screws that you have right here, and you're gonna squeeze your RTV just around the edge of it like that. Make sure it's even. I'll try to make it even. Alright, I'll lay that there for a second. See. I'm gonna take the other one, squeeze the RTV up here. Alright, so now you got your 2 screws. Alright, now quickly lay this down. You're gonna match where the holes go. Oops. Sorry, that'll come off. Alright, you're gonna lay it down like that. Alright. And next you're gonna push these in. Alright, just like that. Make sure you don't get any on your roof. It'll come off, but just easier. So next you're gonna get these nuts right here, and you're gonna pull your headliner down, and you're gonna have to reach your hand up in there and put these nuts on these bolts up here. See how I can move it like that from inside the car. So I'm just up here. So you're just gonna put those nuts on real quick, hold this down with your finger, get it as tight as you can, like that. Alright, now I'm gonna get this other nut, do the same thing. I'm just gonna find it. Where is it? Okay, so the nuts are on. Next, you're gonna need to get out 2 tools. You're gonna need your 10mm socket. Alright, you're gonna need your 10mm socket, and that's gonna go on the inside, so get that on one of the nuts. Put it in there as gently as I can. Alright, you see how that one's sticking up? So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna tighten it like that. Oops. Just gonna tighten them all the way. Actually, not all the way. You're gonna tighten it until it's pretty snug, but you don't want to squeeze it all the way down yet because you want to make sure they're even. All right, so that's fairly close to being down all the way. Get this one. I'm gonna come down. All right, getting close to being snug. Alright, so this one you're gonna tighten it like you are all the way, just all the way down. Alright, so you're gonna torque it a little bit. Oops. Okay. Now we're gonna come back to this other one. I'm gonna tighten this one. Alright. And that's basically it. Put these tools down here. If you want, you can wipe it off or whatever. It doesn't matter. But let me just show you. You can see the RTV silicone, where the screw, where the base of this whole bracket is, and all around the edges of it and everything. You can actually even see it. You can't see it in the video, but in that hole right here, you can actually see a tiny bit of the bottom of that, which shouldn't affect anything, because once you screw the bolts in, it'll be nice and waterproof. There should be no water getting through any of this right here. So what I would say is let this dry for a day just to be safe. I don't really know the times, but let this dry for the day. Like I did this one last night, and it seems pretty dry now. Try to do it in a dry dry day. Don't let it get rained on or anything, and make sure it's not like completely freezing, and that it's not sitting out like baking in 100-degree weather sun, you know what I mean? Try to make it, I don't know, it's 60, 70 degrees here right now. We're in the beginning of November, so just make sure this is completely dry before you do anything else. You know, the way to see if it's dry, just feel it, kind of pinch it. It should feel like rubber. Well, and that means it's pretty good. So, all right, so that's this side, the driver's side roof rack brackets. If you guys have any questions about this, just let me know. This is pretty much done right here. The only other step to this would be to get the landing pads, the Yakima landing pad number 11, and you're basically going to stick it on here, and there's a hole in the center of it, and then they give you these long Allen key screws that screw into this hole. That's what's going to hold it onto your roof. All right, so that's basically the next step. Now, one thing though, when you're going to have to put your weather stripping on. And when you put that landing pad on there, there's no holes drilled into that weather stripping. So basically, you're gonna lay the weather stripping along this top, and I guess you're gonna have to kind of guess. So, I mean, if you lay it down flat, you'll be able to still lift it up on the side and see. You'll be able to peel the weather stripping back. Like you're looking for the clips to unlock it, but instead you're just gonna peel to look where this hole is. Drill straight into it, drill a tiny hole first, and then make it the size you need as you find out exactly where it's at. Or even what I would actually do, I just said actually 6 times. All right, you could lay a screw or a nail or even a piece of tape right where it lines up with this hole, so when you put that weather stripping on, you'll know exactly where to drill the hole. I haven't done it yet, so I'll make a video on that later on when I'm doing that. I gotta go get this other side done too, but I just figured, I'd make the video real fast of putting these brackets on. So, all right, if you guys have any questions, like I said, leave a comment. I'll try to get back to you. I'm gonna leave a link in the description for this bracket, and yeah, the silicone. I think I told you already. Pep Boys, Home Depot probably has it. Maybe Advanced Auto or whatever, AutoZone, something like that. Some will have that. It's just basically it's just black RTV silicone. So, all right, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope I helped. Subscribe if you like. There's gonna be a lot more videos on the way of finishing this rack. All right, I'll see you later.